Welcome to your Wednesday market update. We are mid-year. I said that right. We are mid-year, and you're probably wondering what is going on with the housing inventory in the Northeast Florida market. Well, I'm Gigi of Jax with Pickett M Advisors with your mid-year update. So taking a look at things, supply continues to improve, but it remains below trend as the market returns towards historical seasonality. And what we mean by seasonality is spring and summer historically are months where we see a little bit more activity and supply naturally improves. Affordability continues as 2023's central theme in the housing inventory market, and the number of homes actively for sale increased 21.5% year over year. Home sellers were less active in May, with 22.7% fewer newly listed homes compared to this time last year. And our median price of homes for sale increased by 0.9% annually in May. Homes spent 43 days on market, which is just about 14 days longer than this time last year, but still shorter than pre-pandemic. And you can see that in the graph attached here. Active listings continue to improve. If we compare this May, you can see on the far right of the graph a slight jump in the active listings coming on market as compared to this time last May, which is going to be a little to your left. You can see that we do have some improvement. So that means that seasonality, as we expected, is taking a toll. There were 21.5% more homes for sale in May compared to the same time in 2022, which is a significant jump. And that means that there are about 103,000 more homes available on a typical day this past month than compared to a year ago. And this is despite the year-over-year active inventory growth. There were still fewer homes available on a typical day in May than there were years ago. Our active listing count. So you can see on the graph, you can see these two little pink little circle unicorns. Those are our unicorn years during the pandemic and as we were exiting the pandemic. But what's interesting in looking at this chart is to the far right, you see May 2023, we are starting to climb up in our active listings as compared to those two unicorn months where interest rates were extremely low and demand was extremely high for homes in the area. So the next chart is our counts compared to last year and pre-pandemic levels. If you notice on the graph, the South is taking the lead in number of homes for sale with a 54.4% increase compared to most of the other areas still in the deep red when it comes to homes for sale last year compared to pre-pandemic, which tells us that we're starting to move forward in our growth. The top markets for rising active inventory. This is active monthly listings, the percentage change year over year. So this May 2023 compared to last May. And as you can see, Florida hits the mark on several parts. Northport and Sarasota, Florida, number 4 with 128% rise. Cape Coral with 123% rise. You see Daytona Beach, Melbourne, Port St. Lucie. So Florida has definitely hit the map with a rise in inventory, which is a positive thing for growth in our market. So new listings are still down despite this, significant rise. We still see that new listings are down in 98.5% of the country. And then there's that small little 1.5% where listings have increased, and those are those top 3 markets that experienced a huge growth. So why is this? Well, list prices are normalizing and they're reflecting the market dynamics. The encouraging piece of this puzzle is that still in May 2023, the median list price is $441,445, which is compared to last May at $449,500. We haven't seen a significant drop in list price, which is a positive thing for the sellers and the market value of homes in the area. And as you can see, most markets had a price growth, median list price growth year over year this May compared to last May, as you see all the green on the report ahead of us. So the typical home spends 43 days on market this May, which is just 2 weeks longer compared to this time last year. But homes still spend 9 fewer days on the market this May than they did pre-pandemic from May 2017 to May 2019. So we are still seeing that homes are moving quickly and under the expected amount of time on market. So the chart that you're looking at here is showing our median days on market. And as you can see, if we go back to 2017, we go back to 2019, you can see the ebbs and flows of seasonality with days on market. And as we go over to the far right, we can see that in May, our days on market is still shorter when we go back to May 2022, 2021, and even 2019. Days on market is above our unicorn years. So the unicorn years, as we remember, is May 2021 and May 2022. We all know what happened then, and that is why we're calling it unicorn years. So days on market is still above the unicorn years, but it's below our normal years. So if we go back on the graph and look at 2017, 2018, 2019, compared to May 2023, our days on market is still a little lower than expected. Now, if we move forward, inventory is going to remain tight in the coming months and even for probably the next couple years as the market begins to neutralize. And some homeowners right now are still just not ready to trade up or trade down after locking in those unicorn, historically low mortgage rates that we had during that time frame. So as we start to see rates come down and inventory go up, we'll start to see a shift into a more neutral market. So what are some summer takeaways from today's market update? So mid-year, some things we can think of is the return of seasonality, which is going to be very exciting for those sellers that are looking to net the most they can on the sale of their home. And these are the months to do so. So seasonality has come back. Inventory is growing while we're still short on listings. We are seeing an indication of growth with active inventory on the market. Listing prices are starting to rebound. So if you remember during the unicorn years, they were astronomically high. And then we took a big nosedive as the rates climbed and things leveled out. And now we're starting to come back on that listing price rebound. So if you've been thinking about selling, now would be a great time to do an equity check and see where you are in terms of market value. And there's some home buyer benefits, right? There's some new programs that have come out from a lot of the lenders that are helping home buyers get back into the market and be competitive. We've also noticed a decrease in those big, heavy hitting cash investor buyers, which is making it a little bit more attainable for a first time home buyer to get back into the market and be competitive with writing an offer. And then finally, with the increase of seasonality, buyers back in the market, we're starting to see more home seller confidence in this market, which will mean more homes available in the market, increasing inventory and overall growth for Northeast Florida in the last half of 2023. I'm Gigi of Jax with Pickett Home Advisors. This is your mid-year market update. If you have questions or concerns about the market, if you're considering selling or maybe purchasing in the area, feel free to reach out to me and let's have a chat.